concept, of course, is we're swapping songs, which was something we stole from ourselves way back when we were 20.
And we invented the idea.
Of swapping songs with each other, yes, we did.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's great, dude. I thought that was about some members of our family, like some aunt or uncle or something. Am I thinking of a different song?
I don't know. No, yes, you are.
I am thinking of a different song?
You are.
Uh-huh. What song?
Best Days Last
Okay.
would be the name of that song.
What is it about?
When I wrote it, our great aunt and our great uncle from Toccoa, Aunt Latrell and Uncle Ralph, they were young lovers, and
When you first wrote it?
No.
Oh.
When they were, my mom always told me that they had a special kind of love, and Uncle Ralph, he was never a wealthy man, but whenever he did something for Aunt Latrell, like, get a new car or something, that it was always the best, top of the line. He would do whatever he could to make the best for her that he could make, and he was, that was a completely different age when they grew up, and he built their house, and
I love that.
and the house still stands today, and so Uncle Ralph had passed away a few years before I wrote this song, and I was just thinking about their relationship and how it would feel. Also, our Uncle Terrell and Aunt Bernice. I think Uncle Terrell was in the hospital. That's what really
got all this on your mind.
Yeah, that's what got all of this on my mind, and so I wrote this song for that occasion.
Are you gonna play that song now?
Yeah,
Good, because it would have been pretty weird if you didn't.
Right. Hopefully, I can remember it. Nope, I can't remember it.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh,
but I'll give it a try. I'll give it a whirl.
Okay. I'll give it a whirl.
Best days last, growing older, still with you in my mind. Cherished thoughts of growing older, you in my heart, I in your arms. Oh, where do we go when we're no longer here? What do we dream when we spent all our years? How do we know we'll still be together when death do us part? Into midnights, reflections of you down by the lake, under the stars. Times I thought would never end, now they won't ever come again. Oh, where do we go when we're no longer here? What do we dream when we spent all our years? How do we know we'll still be together when death do us part? Are we still in our hearts? Where do we go? To heaven await us. Best days last, growing older, still with you in my mind.
I think you did it.
Something like that.
I think you did it. Are you keeping it?
What do you mean?
Are you keeping it in?
Why not?
I think you did it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, I fumbled it a little here and there, but
Sure. I want to say, I think that there are plenty of songwriters like you and I out in the world still doing this sort of a thing, telling stories and writing songs like this on acoustic guitar or whatever. Mm-hmm. But why do you suppose it is that there aren't very many people like that? I guess on the top of the charts, whatever that is now, or why is that no longer a part of, what would you say, the kind of the everyday vernacular culture and people talking about music right now? Because this is clearly not what's selling records, you know?
Well, nothing's selling records anymore.
Right, good call. And maybe that's why. I don't even know the terminology anymore. It's not like it streams?
Well, streams, downloads. It is that way. I think what we have going on is, it used to be, in my opinion, that the media, the charts or whatever, was driven by a very few sources. And with the increase of technology, those sources have multiplied, and and different people like different things, but it used to only cater to a certain few. Now music and the markets and the media and labels, if you want to call it, and there's just more than there ever was.
Do you mean like stuff like this, like the internet is taking away the gatekeepers?
Right.
So
yeah.
There's everybody is one. But how does that? But that doesn't indicate what's going to end up being popular.
Well, no. I mean, what's popular is still driven by few sources. I mean, popularity is driven by people wanting to listen to a certain thing, which makes it popular. But there's also a level of spoon feeding the public.
But that's always existed, right?
Well, yeah. I'm just saying that's less now.
Uh-huh.
So there's more people competing for airtime space. When we were young, there was only 3 TV stations. Really. Mm-hmm. And we got to see cable become a huge thing, and HBO, and then with more voices comes more competition, and people are able to go into their silos, and they don't share the same 3 sources anymore. Mm-hmm. So there's less camaraderie.
Well, that's absolutely true, but I still don't.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding your question.
Why? My question is why. They used to be way back, even when we were kids, like a Bruce Springsteen or a John Mellencamp or somebody like that would pop up, and they're just doing the same thing, really. They have bands behind or whatever, but they're just writing these kind of songs, and I don't see that as being anything that's marketable at this point, or anything that's being marketed. It's not. That's not hitting the top of whatever the charts are now.
Well, that's true too, and well, I mean,
and before then was Neil Young and.
Well, when we were growing up, we wanted to learn to play guitar. People now want to learn how to program, and do things in the box. And nothing wrong with that. It's just a different level. It's just different sounds. You're still using the same chords, just with different instruments. And things are snapped to a grid now. You go back to Pink Floyd; they're all over the place with their timings, and
because they're a live band and they're playing. Yeah.
Well, even their studio albums. Exactly. Snapped to a grid.
Just the way I do it, it would be Roger and David and I don't know. I'm embarrassed. The rest of them, but they would start the scratch tracks just standing in a room playing that, and then they would go back and layer all the other stuff and do the vocals and everything. But
right,
just like the Beatles did that, and So my point is there was no grid to snap to, number one, because there was that technology didn't exist, and also the scratch tracks, the basic tracks, would start with them actually just playing, together.
Right, yeah. And studio time was way more expensive then too, and so there was only so many takes. Obviously, the Beatles could do whatever they wanted, but you know, someone coming up, they only had so much time in the studio they could spend, and then they had to live with what they did. I don't know how that's relevant to what we're talking about.
I don't either. I think we've got way off, but I don't mind. I guess my point is I don't hear a lot of like singer-songwriter-y sounding things with narratives and storytelling stuff.
You just don't look for it.
Maybe that's it. Oh, I definitely know they're there, but they don't.
They don't show up on your algorithm.
They do show up on mine. They're not what people are listening to necessarily. You know, they're not like the name a big artist that's really popular right now.
Plus, this kind of music's already been done, so you know you're gonna listen to a couple of nobodies like us. Or you're gonna listen to, you know, the Beatles or Neil Young or people who have already been established.
That's a good point.
You know, and young people today, they want to listen to young people today. So
yeah, and you know, I guess it's not fair. There are artists that are doing good stuff.
Well, of course, there's plenty of artists doing
I don't like the way
things.
it sounds. The stuff that's big, but I recognize that Billie Eilish is writing some good lyrics, and Taylor Swift writes smart lyrics, and
well, I mean,
and even in hip hop,
the paradigm's different.
There's a lot of really great things being talked about. It's the way the music's produced that I find lacking, I suppose.
Well, your ears are trained to listen to what you were listening to when you grew up.
Yep.
And their ears are trained to listen to what they've been listening to as they've grown up. And they just are different things. Because we're old now. And
Speak for yourself, pal.
You're older than me. I don't want to hear it.
Not true. That's a fabrication.
But yeah, you don't get what I'm saying.
No, it does make sense. No, I do get what you're saying.
All right.
Yeah. It's what you. It's everything is. All taste and things are kind of nurtured by the culture you live in, and right now the culture is not. You know.
It's not singer and songwriter.
Yeah.
It's,
Mama, take this badge off of me. Yeah, it's not the thing anymore, is it?
No, not. Well, I mean, to some degree. I mean, they just had the Dylan movie come out. So
That's helpful.
That's helpful. Young people are rediscovering that. When Johnny Cash's movie came out, it surged. His record surged like crazy because of that. His record sales went through the roof because of that movie. And
Yeah, it's happened with Bob too. Yeah.
yeah, and it's happening with Bob. And they were,
It makes me happy.
yeah. And
Though what we need is the Scatman John biopic to come out, so that I won't be the only idiot going around doing "Skidly-bop-bop, I'm the Scatman." You know, you just don't hear much of that anymore.
no. And that's a great example of why people don't listen to our kind of music anymore.
Whatever, dude. Scatman John, rest in power.
Oh, he was great. But he was unique.
Oh, yeah.
When other people come along and do it, it's not as unique. So
When I try to do it, as you just heard, it's very unique. It's not good.
yeah,
All right, I'm gonna play a song.
Which one?
It's my time, right?
it is.
Is that my pick? Thank you, sir. This is the Recording King. What are they, it's the Justin Townes Earl version. It's like the JT. Oh, it's the JTE. It's the JTE signature. Yeah. Which I think I've mentioned him a few times on the show before. I'm a real big fan. So I got this guitar used, and I mostly like to keep it in open D and switch around the capo, and tends to end up on the second one. So I should probably just tune to open E. But I know you know this, for open E you have to tune your strings up higher, and I don't like the feel. It always feels like they're going to break. There's more tension, which is silly. So I tune it down to open D and then capo it if I want the E. And that's my exciting story for this song. I met my beautiful wife.
Riveting.
That's my line. And before I had asked her to marry me, I wrote this song. And it's, in the song I say that this is no wedding song, but it kind
Apparently
of, I was
it
already
is.
thinking about that, yeah. Musical influences, I think bluegrass. You know, I don't pull it off very well, but this is it. It's called Just Like Kneeling. don't know where it all began, but I know how I'm feeling. Some prayer said with a kiss, just like kneeling. I held the cards, you cut the deck, I guess we both were dealing. Some prayer spoken with our kiss, just like kneeling, just like kneeling. Come along this road with me, I won't let you down. My intention will be plain to see, you can wear it like your gown. This ain't no wedding song, but that's just what I'm thinking. A high kiss from your lips, just like drinking. Come along this road with me, I won't let you down. My intention will be plain to see, you can wear it like your gown. Hold me in your magic spell, may we part just never. I'll be yours through heaven and hell, yours forever, yeah, yours forever, alright. I don't know. I messed up a few times, but it's close enough for what we're doing, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I like this little guitar.
It's a nice guitar.
It's neat. Yeah. Yeah.